Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are and no matter what part of the world you're in, I hope that you're having a good day. So, every now and then I'll see those OMG games, and just for kicks and giggles, I'll see what the prediction is, right? And so, this particular uh, game said that I'll be happy and blessed in 2024. So I shared it because I know sometimes other people like to do the same thing. Um, and I understand that it can be um, a waste of time because there are so many other things that I could be focused on and doing. But again, sometimes I like to do things that don't require me to think as much because I do a lot of thinking, research, working. Um, and so sometimes, again, just for kicks and giggles, I'll do something that's fun where I'm not working or having to think. Um, I shouldn't say it. Of course, we're always thinking, but some people call me like a research analyst. So I do a lot of deep thinking. So this allows me to not think as deeply, if that makes sense. Um, I'm what would be considered a Jane of all trades. Just about everything that I do, I'm good at it, and sometimes that can be intimidating to other people. I love myself. I know I've shared this before, years ago, maybe around 2016, 17. Um, I was introduced to affirmations, and the first affirmation I did was um, a self love affirmation. And while doing that affirmation, basically, you're supposed to get this close to the mirror, right? And you're supposed to look yourself in the eye and you're supposed to say, I love you, right? And so I did that. First time I did it, a tear came down because I thought I loved myself, but I realized in that moment I did not. Because again, you're looking yourself in the eyeball, right? You're looking yourself in the eye and you're saying, I love you, with like your nose pressed up against the mirror. So you're looking at yourself. And ideally, you should be nude so that each time you say, I love you, you should move back a little bit, move back a little bit while you're still looking at yourself in the mirror. So if you have a full length mirror, it's great. If you don't, you have to work with what you have. Anyway, as I moved back, um, and said I love you, and I did it for at least 30 days. And a lot of times something switches in the mind when you repeat a habit. I may have done it longer than 30 days, but I can't remember because again, that was like 2015, 16, 17, and it is now 2024, and I've healed a lot since then. So I really love myself. Um, and here lately, I've decided that so I just want to fully be myself, right? What that means is no nails, no weave, no wigs. And first of all, I'm in Georgia and it's very humid. It's too hot for a wig. That's number one. And right now, the job that I work for, I can't wear nails, but everything happens for a reason. So it all aligned in divine timing for me to be on this journey, like fully embrace my natural journey. And so again, I had been wearing wigs for a few years. Back in 2015, 16, 17. Well, back in 2009, I started making my own products because I couldn't really find products that were good for my hair. I then turned it into a business in 2014 and started making natural products. There were some good products out there, but maybe with certain ones I may not like the smell, or again, they just did nothing for my hair. I have very fine hair, so some of the products will weigh my hair down. Some of the products will dry my hair out because they have alcohol. And, they say, oh, alcohol is good for you. But my hair seems to do better with natural products that don't have anything unnatural in them. This just my hair. Now, when I had a relaxer, it was a little bit different. But anyhow, I said all of that to say I grew my hair to waist length by using my products, right? Um, but I can't say that it was the healthiest because a lot of times I was ripping through my hair. I was very impatient with my hair. Um, and so the ends weren't the healthiest, which I hadn't had my ends trimmed in a little while. So I end up putting, I shouldn't say it, it was healthy, right? It was healthy, but I needed a trim. That's what I'm going to say, right? So I did a trim, but then I also put color in my hair. And years ago, probably around 2002, I was going to a Dominican salon in Plainfield, New Jersey. And the stylist that I was going to said, don't put any color in your hair, don't put any relaxers in your hair, just let me come and keep doing your hair. And she was doing blowouts. And she would use rosemary oil, give me hot oil treatments. It was great. And she grew my hair um, probably to bra strap length or a little bit longer at that time. But again, no, I didn't have a relaxer. Mm. Let me tell the story right. Had a relaxer, went to her, she cut my hair. She told me stop doing relaxers. But she was about 45 minutes from my house, and that was without traffic because I had to take Route 22. If you know anything about Route 22, it's very, very busy, especially on Saturdays. So at the time, I was working for Verizon Monday through Friday, and this particular Saturday, I just didn't feel like taking that 45 minutes drive, so I didn't go. And again, at that time, my mom went to cosmetology school. She used to be a hairstylist, and she taught me how to do a lot of things with hair. And she put chemicals in my hair when I was very young. First, pretty, if I'm not mistaken, the first thing was a jerry curl. And so I was probably in kindergarten, first grade. So 5, 6, 7 years old. And I was whipping my hair back and forth, because I thought it was so cute. Of course, like jerry curls were in style back then. So, you know, I had no idea what it was doing to my hair. Prior to that, I would get, pressing curls. That's what they called it back in the day. They call it silk press now, but that's not what we called it back in the day, right? So, anyway, because I had chemicals in my hair for so long, all I really knew to do was to go back to that, right? I was never really taught how to do natural hair, other than like to braid it or, um, but usually it was for a kid and, like a kid's style or even a guy who gets his hair braided. But to braid my hair in a style or do my hair in a style, and I have done some cute natural hairstyles. However, it takes a long time. Um, the detangling process. That's one of the reasons why it's good to keep your ends clipped so um, that you can prevent the tangles as much as possible. But when you have fine natural hair like mine, it is prone to breakage because you have to be extra delicate. It's like a piece of silk compared to a piece of cotton. My hair strands are very thin, so they can break easily. Um, in comparison to someone who has a more dense strand of hair, um, it can endure more, right? Um, and so that's kind of the difference. But again, I didn't feel like going one day, and so the thing that I knew to do was to put a relaxer in my hair, right? So did that, and I don't even think I went back to her. And as a matter of fact, I may have moved to North Carolina not too long after that. But prior to that, I was going to another Dominican, um, and she grew my hair to past my bra. It was a little past my bra strap. But again, on one of those, she was also in Plainfield. Again, they were like right around the corner from one another. And again, um, not wanting to take that drive, I went to another Dominican salon, and this was one of the ones that um, it wasn't just like that one stylist doing hair. It was like a bunch of different people, and so it was kind of like an assembly line. Um, they had a few ladies at the shampoo bowl, a few ladies rolling up the hair, sitting you under the dryer, and doing your blowout or your wrap or whatever you want it done. And they would get you out in like an hour. But I asked for a trim this particular day, and my hair went from like being past my bra strap to like shoulder length. Because a lot of times, what they would do is just cut your hair even instead of like just going through your hair and really doing a trim like you're supposed to. I don't know why some stylists like to even the hair out and not, again, go through the hair and really trim the hair like it's supposed to be. But in any event, I didn't even realize it. And somebody was like, "What happened to all your hair?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" But at this particular time, again in New Jersey, to go to a Dominican salon was only like $10 $10 to get a roller set. Then they went up to $15. I don't know how much they charge now, but like again, a roller set was $10. So I had a relaxer. I would get my hair roller set every week. And so because I was routinely getting my hair done, it grew. Um, anyway, um, that Dominican who told me not to put any chemicals in my hair, she said, "Your hair, again, my hair is fine." She was like, "Your hair can't take it." And I was like, "What about like a henna or a rinse?" And she said, "No." Um, so 2009 was when I finally was like, okay, let me be obedient. But even then, I went from January January to May. No, maybe. Maybe it was 2008. Anyway, I went like 5, 6 months without a relaxer. And then it was in the summer. I know it was like maybe June. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Okay. So from January to May, I went without a relaxer. And I was growing my hair out. It's kind of challenging to handle both textures. Some people do it. Like I had a friend at the time, she was doing it, and she would just braid or twist her new growth with her relaxed ends until she grew her hair off, and she would just cut it off slowly but surely. And so that's how she transitioned. Whereas I end up doing the big chop. So anyway, from January to May, I didn't have a relaxer. But we were going out one night, and again, I didn't know what else to do to my hair, so I relaxed it. And that was in May. So then August 9th, 2020, 2009 is when I finally decided that I wasn't going to put any more relaxers in my hair. I didn't want to fight with the two textures. So I just went in the bathroom. Like the whole day I spent, it was probably like a Sunday. I spent that whole entire day watching big chop videos. And I just went in the bathroom. My uncle had given me a pair of clippers, so I went in the bathroom and just cut all my hair off. And I've started to grow it out. And so, like I said, that was in 2009. So by 2014, 15, 16, 17, maybe like 2015, 2016 is when I was able to grow my hair to waist length, using my products. And there was some trial and error because again, I wasn't always patient. And then once it was so long, I wanted to do something different. So I put color in my hair, even though I knew that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Right? I had been told, don't put any color in your hair. But I was bored with my hair and I did it anyway. And slowly but surely, um, it started to break off. And I've gotten so it doesn't matter if I've gotten it professionally done or if have done it myself. The same thing still happens. Um, I can use hair color and developer and condition my hair, hot oil treatment. My hair will still break off because my hair just doesn't like chemicals. So again, I've experienced it both when I've done my hair myself and when I have gone to a professional to have it professionally colored. So I remember back in the day, again, when I had a relaxer, I was like right out of high school. I used to use Jazzin hair colors. And because I had a relaxer, it would take. But not having a relaxer, a rinse does not work on my hair. And anyway, I'm now on this journey where, again, I just want to embrace my natural self, the way that I was created, the way that my hair grows out of my head. And I'm good with it. I'm comfortable with it. I love myself. And I know that I'm gorgeous, right? Could care less what anybody else thinks. The purpose of me doing this video is because this guy, let me not say this guy, someone went out of their way to create a Facebook page to try and attack me. And I think that is so unfortunate that someone's self esteem is so low and they have so little love for themselves that they will go out of their way to create a page just to try to upset me. And all I did is laugh and say thank you for the compliment, because if someone wants to attack you, that means you're doing something right, right? So I'm so glad that you thought enough of me to go out of your way to create a page to think that you were going to upset me. I'm so thankful that I'm on your mind and that you think so highly of me, that you would try to belittle me or attack me. But again, it is unfortunate that you think so little of yourself, that you will have so much time on your hand to actually take the time to do that. I hope that you can find love for yourself. I hope that you can find some other healthy habits so that you can heal and become a better person and love on yourself. 'Cause I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, then you can start loving me. That's a song. I love myself so much that I can love you so much. And you can love you so much, then you can start loving me. So, I love myself. I hope that you can love yourself. And again, we are a community. And so I hope that more people can understand and acknowledge that, because what happens is we trigger people, and we're so much more alike than we are different. The things that we're triggered by usually are the things that we need to work on. And so I think it's interesting when people say, I don't like this person, and the very thing that they claim they don't like, they're guilty of, right? And so by saying that they don't like someone else, again, this is something, an unhealed part of them that they don't like about themselves. And so this makes them want to belittle people or attack people, or they're going to bring this person down to their level or put this person in their place. And so this particular post, I don't know if it's a Caucasian or Hispanic male with blonde hair. And they really created a whole entire page just to say that. Maybe they say it to other people. I could care less. But again, that's a lot to do. And someone actually sat there and thought of that and thought it was a good idea. And again, that is unfortunate. And I hope that that person can heal. And I'm sending them lots of love, whoever you are. As always, love y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, you can always comment. I would love to hear your feedback so that we can have a discussion. Lots of hugs, kisses, and love. Mwah.